You are listening to the Call to Action podcast, where we aim to inspire, educate, and inform entrepreneurs and self-starters on tech and tips related to navigating this ever-changing world. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5 of the Call to Action podcast. My name is Shantae, and I'm your host, as well as the main blogger slash maintainer, your big sister entrepreneur that manages ctamarketing.biz, where I now host the Call to Action podcast. So now you are able to visit ctamarketing.biz. You can click on the link that says podcasts, and you can get caught up on the podcast as well as catch the episodes as I publish them. I will put them on the website. So make sure that you stop by and visit me there. You can also leave me a message if you have a show idea, or if you want to be a guest on the show, then leave me a message. I will be happy to have you on the Call to Action podcast, where we support entrepreneurs and inspire entrepreneurs and self-starters who are on their journey. So today's podcast, I want to start it with something different. In the previous podcasts, I had done motivational quotes, and this one is actually going to be a poem. And this poem is by Christy L. Paterno, and it is called Beautiful Autumn Morning. And this is such a beautiful poem. Christy is on Twitter at L_Paterno. So please make sure that you go by and give her a shout out and let her know how beautiful this poem is that I am about to share with you. So here is Beautiful Autumn Morning by Christy L. Paterno. As the gold creeps through the leaves, nature's beauty grows drier. Summer slowly recedes with tree tip alight like fire. I drink in the fresh breeze as I wonder in the bright light. The autumn morning trees make everything all right. The beauty of the morning as a chill crosses my skin. Eyes bright, no more yawning. I feel ready to jump in. The season change brings freshness, and I know where to begin. This beauty leaves me breathless. It no longer matters what has been. Isn't that a beautiful poem? I just love the writing community. You guys are awesome. You got to get over to Twitter and check these guys out. They're just awesome. So Christy, thank you so much for that beautiful poem. It's right on time. We're here in the fall, and I just love that. I love the poem. So, all right, guys. So back to the series of creative marketing campaigns for small businesses. This is a series that I put together for the Call to Action podcast. And so I'm doing a quick recap on parts 1 and 2. And then we're going to move right on into part 3. And then I'm going to also introduce part 4 at the end of the podcast, because that's actually my favorite. It's going to be a lot of fun. So part 1, we talked about giveaways as an incentive, where I shared some information about doing a giveaway with a gift card for a product or service that your business offers. These are great. They don't have to cost much. Really, they don't have to cost you anything, because if you do them right, then you can just do it where you're promoting something that your business offers. So these are great for promoting your small or home business. Part 2, I discussed social media marketing, where I shared ways where you can use social media to bring awareness to your business or your website. And this also includes offering an incentive to people who follow you on social media. So if you're doing a presentation, then you want to make sure that you have your social media content or your social media name in the presentation. If you're having brochures printed, if you're having your business cards printed, then you want to make sure that you put your social media information on that as well. Now, in part 3 of this series, I'm going to dive a little deeper into doing a giveaway using social media. So this is a little different than part 1, where I talked about doing a giveaway as an incentive, where I did mention social media, but this is going to be really about doing a giveaway using social media. And depending on the type of business that you have, you could award a gift card as a prize for your giveaway. You could actually give away a physical prize. It all depends on what you want to do. But one thing I do want to mention is that if you're doing a giveaway using social media, just make sure that you include relevant hashtags with your posts. So, for example, I have seen hashtag giveaway used by companies that are doing giveaways or by individuals or smaller or home businesses that are doing giveaways. They use hashtag giveaway on social media. I have seen that across the board on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So the good thing is that when you're doing giveaways with social media, there are multiple ways that this can be done. You can either have a paid option for doing it or you can do it for free. So I'm going to give you ideas for both just because I know that that could be very helpful. So here are two companies that I found that you can use to do a giveaway for a fee. And the first one is Gleam, and you can find them at gleam.io. And their lowest package starts at $97 a month, and their highest package is $997 a month. Now, some of the features that I saw with Gleam is that you can do a random drawing of the winners. You get a landing page to promote your campaign. They also give you a widget that you can embed on your site to promote your campaign as well, or to run the campaign. It integrates with Facebook, and also it includes email and chat support. And there's a lot of other features depending on what package that you get. And that's probably why they have such a big price range between $97 a month and then $997 a month. So if you want to check them out, you can go to gleam.io, and it's GLEAM.io. I'll have these links on my blog at ctamarketing.biz, just so you can see these. It'll be easier for you to get to them. And the next one is ShortStack, and they're located at shortstack.com. Theirs seem to be a lot more affordable. Their lowest package starts at $29 a month, and their highest is $499 a month. At first glance, it looks like they offer similar features, but something that I saw that was interesting on the ShortStack website is that they also have a way for the users to decide who's going to win by allowing them to vote. So what that's going to do is, of course, increase engagement, and it's going to help to get the word out even more just indirectly, because people are going to be talking about your brand by way of the voting, and they can also share that voting information on social media as well. So that's one of those features that I think is actually really cool that would help to drive engagement and then also create more awareness using the momentum of the giveaway and the campaign that you have going on. So those two, they're great options if you have a marketing budget and you're able to invest in those services. But, you're probably thinking, Shantae, that might be a little pricey. I'm a small business owner, or it's just me and I just want to do something simple, like a simple giveaway. I just want to use social media. So the good news is that that's possible and you don't have to do the paid services. They do offer a lot with those services. If you have the skills and you're a programmer, you can probably do a lot of that yourself. But for those who are not, there's still ways that you can do your giveaways effectively using social media without having to invest a lot of money. All you need is some creativity and some imagination. Depending on how far you want to take it, you may want to use a spreadsheet or a database for capturing and managing the entries, but it all just depends on how much you want to put into it and how technical you want to get. The good thing is that you don't have to be technical. You can keep it as simple as you like. So here's an idea for doing a do-it-yourself social media giveaway. So one thing that you can do is create a hashtag that you tell people to use when they're posting on social media. So for example, you could do a giveaway where you say, use the following hashtag favorite book. And then what you do is you have your audience take a photo of their favorite book and upload it to whatever social media network you're going to use. It could be Facebook, it could be Twitter, it could be Instagram, but then have them use that hashtag, upload the image, and then the most simplest way to do the giveaway would be do the search for the hashtag when you decide when you're going to do the giveaway or giveaways. And then for those who entered, you just randomly pick a winner. just from the list of entries. And that would be the simplest way to do it. I feel it's still effective because you're still getting people talking about your brand, and it is not going to take a lot to do. But if you have help with someone helping you look through those names, or maybe have someone else on your team just randomly pick a winner for you and then you all announce it, then that would be definitely a good way to do your campaign, keep costs down, but then also still achieve what it is that you're wanting to achieve, which is to increase your brand awareness while not spending too much on the marketing piece of it. If you are going to run a campaign like this, and if you're going to run it on multiple social media networks, so say if you're going to do a hashtag campaign and you're going to run that on multiple social media networks, then there's some things that you might want to think about. So one is, how many prizes will you be giving away? And I covered this in episode 3, but I'm also covering this here as well because it still applies. And especially when you're doing it like this, it can be a little more complex, but it is still something that you want to think about. Something else to think about is, how long are you going to run the contest? So if you're running a contest and you're doing a hashtag campaign or a follow campaign or a retweet, for example, campaign, if it's on Twitter, think about how long you're going to run that, and then how are you going to manage that information. And also, the final thing I thought about, that if you're going to do multiple campaigns or do this one campaign across multiple social media sites, then you also want to think about the entries. Are you going to combine the entries from all of the social media sites into one drawing? So if you have people providing entries from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, for example, and when you pick a winner, are you going to combine all of the entries from those multiple social networks and announce one winner? Or are you going to have one winner from Facebook, one winner from Instagram, one winner from Twitter? Just something to think about. I would suggest that if you can do the giveaway and do one from each social media network that you're using, then I think that would be better, because now you're going to have multiple channels of getting the information out. You're going to have multiple winners, and you probably don't want to have a winner that you're announcing on Twitter that's from Instagram, because you may not have all of the same followers following you on all of the different social media networks. So that's just something to think about. One final note I'd like to add is to make sure that you track and measure everything that you're doing. So just get a snapshot of your numbers, like your followers or your connections, at the beginning of the campaign. And then at the end of the campaign, also look at it then as well. That way you can see what's effective, what's working, what may need to be tweaked, and it will definitely help you as you move along with your campaigns. Next week, I'll have something special that we're going to do with part 4. It's actually going to be an interactive piece. So stay tuned for that. And I hope that everyone is enjoying their journey. I want to thank you for coming along with me on my journey, and have a great day. And thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Call to Action podcast. Make sure to visit me on my blog at ctamarketing.biz. There, you can find articles for entrepreneurs and self-starters on tech and tips to help navigate this ever-changing world. Until next time.